Sometimes winning's losing fast and moving past who is right and who is wrong. And sometimes leaving's all I've got.
Hello guys, welcome to Sew Beginnings by Honeybee's Design. I'm your host, Kristen Ford, but if you've been here before, you already know that. If you haven't been here before, welcome to my channel. Hopefully you like it. If you do, check out a few more videos. And as always, guys, don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe. So today I am working on a NCW wallet that was requested by my friend Hope. Her and I have been friends for, well, I don't want to say how many years because that might tell our age. But she was always a little bit older than me, and she is actually the cousin to one of my friends that we lost several years ago. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting. I love being able to make and craft things for my friends and my family and for the public. And so, join me on this journey while we put together the NCW wallet out of that cork right there. So, yeah, this is exciting. Guys, let's get this done. So the butterfly cork that I am using to make Hope's NCW is actually from Fabric Funhouse. And I purchased this other roll because my mom really liked it and it's actually going to be discontinued. So if you guys want any of this butterfly cork, I would get it soon because it's they're going to come out with new prints. I believe the way it works is you can order standard cork. Now this is wholesale, so you're buying thousands of yards or meters or however they sell it. You can't just go and print a roll of cork like this. You can, it's the same with fabric. You can design your own fabric and have it printed on, I believe it's like cotton, or you can have it printed on anything. But you have to know how to design. And I think that's the same with cork. You can go and make a design, ship it out to the manufacturer, and if you're willing to purchase thousands of meters or yards, I believe you can have anything put on cork. I told y'all how much I like cork. It's it actually comes from a cork tree. And I think they say the best cork to use is the cork from Portugal. So, but anyways, I'm fixing to cut out these pattern pieces and get this wallet sewed up. So whenever I am working with cork and cutting it out, I always get so nervous that I'm going to waste some just because it's expensive. I think I've told y'all before, a roll of it is like $79, right at $80. And so, if I was to waste a bunch, then that's a lot of money. So I always try to, instead of laying my pattern piece down on it and just start cutting out, I always try to draw it on there. So then I can use my scissors and be precise, because sometimes these, when I'm pressing down on the mat, I'll go like, whoop, whoop. That's probably going to get my fingers one day. Yikes. Okay, so I went ahead and put some black thread in my sewing machine, and the first thing I'm going to do is the card slots. If you remember from our previous videos, I just moved that part out of the way and top stitch all the card slots, and I'm going to go ahead and do it at a 4mm stitch length. So I'll top stitch all of these. Now in the videos before that I've done the NCW, the pattern actually tells you to do this in 2 separate pieces. But as you can see, I did not right now I'm just referring to the pattern to remind, oh, well, duh, it's not in the pattern. I was going to remind myself, I think we do, if I remember, we do a stitch down here. Oh no, we go fold it in half and do a line. I don't want to mess up. Okay, so let's go in half. Let me put this on here and see how. Okay, so at the half mark, let me make a line.
Sometimes winning's losing fast and moving past who is right and who is wrong. And sometimes leaving's all I've got, even when I know it's our love is too strong for that kind of talk to be more than a thought. I'll be jealous just to see you feel another's lonely night. So I'm sending you a message through a broken satellite. I love you, sundown to sunrise.
So I took my backing and I folded it in half and creased it when I ironed this flat. And because this is a hack and might not fit up exactly perfect, I want to make sure that this fits on my card slots perfect. So I'm going to put it like that. It's even. I'm making sure that it's centered and even on both sides. And then I'm going to grab some clips. And I'm going to clip that, so it doesn't move around and it stays nice and straight. Of course, there went a clip. Okay, I'm not sewing these clipped edges. I'm only sewing the top. And I believe it's a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I need to lower my stitch length back down to a 2.5.
Sundown to sunrise. Sundown to sunrise.
Let's see, let's turn this out. And we're going to have thick seams up at the top because I might need to go back and cut them. Okay. Okay, so I went ahead and put these tabs on there just because I didn't like the way the other ones were turning out. Now I'm going to assemble my pocket. So I'm going to put my zipper and my outer pocket panel right sides together. And I'm going to go ahead and stitch that because it seems to be easier for me just to have it in place, and then I don't have to worry about it moving around and looking funky. So tab and all, I'm going to stitch and line it up right sides together. What the bobbin? I don't like you today, bobbin. I'm about to change this bobbin. This bobbin today and I are not getting along. I've already had to empty it halfway. I don't know if it's just the way that I threaded my bobbins the other day or what I am doing wrong, but these bobbins are just giving me a fit today. Okay. Let's try that again, folks. Right sides together. Don't forget this little zipper right here for right-sided. If you're right-handed, you want to have it to the left side of your zipper pocket. If you're left-handed, you want to have the zipper to the right side. So I'm trying to, when I make wallets, if I make several of the same kind, I'm trying to make one left-handed just so that it's accommodating. But just a simple thing for you to remember. That way you can make sure your zipper's on the right side. But truly, it's your preference, however you feel comfortable. Okay, I'm just going to baste this on with an 1/8 of an inch seam allowance so that I know it's not going to do any shifting on me. Okay. As I've told y'all before, when you get to this little zipper, just pick it up and move it out of the way. But make sure you've got your presser foot up and your needle in the down position. I've got it at a pretty high stitch length. A basting stitch is just a hold stitch that holds things in place for time being, and you do it at a longer stitch length. That way, in case it's visible later, you can just pull it right out. Okay, right now I'm just connecting the lining inside the outer pocket. It's kind of like a sandwich. You've got your outer pocket lining, then you have your lining inside your pocket. So this is your pocket lining and this is your outer lining. Then you have your zipper in between like a sandwich, and like I said, just don't forget to put your zipper on the left hand side. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is I am stitching this at a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance and a stitch length of 2.5. I did record it a few seconds ago, but it seemed like the autofocus wasn't working again. I'm going to have to look into that. But what I'm doing right now is I have come to my zipper, and you want to put your needle all the way down in the down position, lift up your sandwich and grab your zipper and move it out of the way so you can finish your stitch. That will just help to make sure that it doesn't shift your fabric. See how me moving my zipper, I'm having to readjust this fabric because you want it to line up right here. So always be wary of where that zipper is. Alright, let's look and see what this thing looks like. I'm excited to see how these zipper tabs turned out because this is the first time I've made them really long. And I'm hoping I can just trim them down at the end of make. Oh, I like that. And see how it's uneven right here? All that's going to be unnoticeable because all that's going to be gone. All you're going to see is this. Or that's my hope anyways. If not, I'm going to have to redo this whole zipper panel. Okay. Now what we want to do here is we want to fold this over, go to your ironing board and go ahead and iron this down. And then we're going to do a top stitch. I'm not going to top stitch my lining panel because I heard that that helps, or that insists in making it bulky. So all I'm going to do is at an 1/8 of an inch at a 4.5 stitch length, I'm going to stitch from here all the way across. I'll go ahead and do that and be back.
It was all